Welcome aboard to day 24. I hope you're rested and recovered from yesterday's grow day and are ready to smash another overload workout. In today's video, we're going to be covering how to train and grow a muscle group that is oftentimes overlooked, almost always trained incorrectly, and in my opinion, is one of the most important muscle groups for a complete physique. I'm talking, of course, about calves. So calf training is something that is very often left to the end of a leg day workout when people are already tired, they had an intense leg day, and the last thing they want to do is do a couple extra sets of calves. So I see this all the time. People go in, do maybe 3 sets of 2 or 3 different exercises for calves. They do these short, choppy, bouncy reps with no real contraction. But yet, week after week, they do the same routine for calves and their calves never grow. I know, I've been there, that used to be me. However, if you look at any of the old school bodybuilders, you'll see just how important calf development is in creating the perfectly proportioned aesthetic physique. In fact, back in the silver and golden eras, the goal was to have your calf measurement be the same as, or at least very close to, your upper arm, bicep, and tricep measurement. Now, the excuse that gets thrown around in the fitness industry a lot by people with small calves is that calves are all genetics and they have bad genetics. And my response to that is boo-hoo. So what if you have bad genetics for calf growth? Thinking about that all the time and using that as an excuse is going to do nothing to help your calves grow. And in fact, it's going to keep you stagnant and with small chicken legs in the calf department. I have been there. My calf genetics are not the best. However, over the past couple of years, I took what was a lagging major weakness and turned it into an area of noticeable improvement. These are my calves from a bodybuilding competition a few years ago, and as you can see, clearly nothing to write home about. Meanwhile, these are my calves now. So if I could take my weakest muscle group and turn it into something that got attention and recognition, you can too. Now, there are a few people who are genetically blessed in the calf department, and if that's you, keep doing what you're doing, good on you. But for those of you who really want to grow your calves and have been struggling to do so, these tips can help you out. First tip is slow down. So when I say slow down, I mean slow way down. This is the tempo that you'll see me do on any of my calf exercises. I see so many people with skinny calves who go in, put on too much weight, and just bounce out some super fast repetitions, feeling a good burn, but mostly in their Achilles tendon, which they don't even realize, and doing very little to stimulate the actual calf muscle. Feel like you're almost going in slow motion with a brief pause at the top and stretch of the repetition going very slow in between. Once you get the point where you can't get any more repetitions slow, then you can bounce out a few extras to failure. Secondly, use a full range of motion. So for a full range of motion, watch my repetitions. Most people think they get to a top contraction and then go immediately back down. When I think I get to the top, I pause for a second and then get an extra inch or so to really peak out the contraction and get the most stimulation out of the calves as possible. It's the same thing with the stretch. I'll go down to a full stretch and then I'll actually relax my calf and flex my tibia, the front of my shin, to get an even deeper stretch and really accentuate that full range of motion. This is critical for optimal calf development. Thirdly, and this is huge for my calf development, is to train calves more frequently, but with less volume. This is the reason that I designed the calf workouts the way I did in the 12-week muscle building trainer. This means rather than training calves once a week with 6 working sets, let's say 2 exercises for 3 sets each, you're training calves more frequently, like say 3 days a week, but you're only doing 2 working sets in each of those workouts. So you're still training 6 sets a week, but you're allowed to focus and are much more able to focus and put all your energy, effort, and intensity into those sets rather than just bouncing out a few sets to get through all of them in one day. I learned this from studying training videos from Mike Mincer and Dorian Yates. And the reason you want to take this lower volume approach is so that your Achilles tendon doesn't become fatigued and become the weak link in the movement. You want to be able to fatigue your calves by using the principles that I outlined earlier in this video, rather than going with a super high volume approach to where the bottom of your feet will start to hurt, your Achilles tendon will fatigue, and those will be the limiting factor in your working sets. Now, the 12-week muscle building trainer takes this even a step further to really allow you to focus on progressive overload and put every ounce of intensity and effort into the working set. So those are the three main things I would focus on when training your calves. Slow down the reps, use a full range of motion, and train calves more frequently to stimulate them more frequently with lower volume to allow your calves to grow. Give it a try and let me know how it works for you, or if you want to follow my exact calf training regimen that got them to grow, you can sign up for the 12-week Blueprint Trainer or the app with the link below. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, crush that workout, and I will see you for tomorrow's Grow Day.